Alright, welcome back. We're here with another update on my dividend investing portfolio. So if you're new to the channel, what I do is every week or so I add in a few hundred more dollars, and I'm just documenting my journey with dividend investing. I started with basically $0 about 4 months ago, and now I'm sitting at a balance just under $9,000. So in those 4 months, I've received a total of $51 in dividends. You can see the different monthly breakdown here, but generally it's going up every month, and that's a really nice thing to see. And overall, the account is up $615, or just under 7%. So we're sitting at an average portfolio yield at the moment of 4.31%. This dropped down before. It was more like about 4.5%, but in the last week I bought quite a few low yield dividend growth stocks, mostly like consumer and grocery chains. So that's dropped down a little bit, but then those have a very high growth potential moving forward in the very long term. So I'm pretty happy with that. And 4.31% is still pretty high for an average portfolio. But yeah, there's about $500 in cash that's ready to spend today, and I'll be doing that in just a few moments. So let's take a look at the portfolio and see which stocks that we want to buy today. So looking here, there's a couple that are in the red for me personally. And when I was going through this, some that stood out to me were Metro. I just picked this one up last week, and it's already down almost 2%, so I want to jump on that before it increases again. By buying it when it's at a 2% discount for my average buy, and it only has a 1.6% dividend, that's a pretty good spread in the opposite direction. So I think I'll be doing that. I wanted to drop into one of these REITs as well, so the only one that is in the red right now is Allied Properties, so I'll be jumping on those today. I think Bell is another one. I have a high, it makes up a high percentage of all of my holdings, but it's got a really solid dividend of 6%, so I would like to take one of those today. And I think I was looking around here, probably pick up Emera. I think it's just in the red as well. Actually, what we can do is we can filter the view to have the percent of holdings. So if we go here and create a filter, set this up so we have like ascending or descending, I suppose. This shows that the biggest holding that I have is Fortis, followed by Bell, and it just goes down. What I would like to do eventually is get the bottom half of the list to be much higher percentages. Some of my positions are like less than 1%, and you can see most of my positions that are the bigger pieces of the pie are mostly in the red, and that's because these have been trending downwards a little bit lately, and what I'm doing is I'm always buying more while they're in the red, and I'm hoping at some point that it switches and some of these drop and I can add more. But for now today, the only one that's in the red and basically the bottom half is Metro, so definitely we'll jump on that. But otherwise, I'm going to take advantage of the good opportunities to buy up here, and hopefully, maybe next week I might just start picking up some of these ones with the smaller holdings, just to try to even out the risk a little bit. So anyways, let's jump into Wealthsimple Trade and jump right into this. So let's start off with Metro. And I just want to take 4 shares at a market buy. So that's going to be around $225, and that's fine. Let's place the order. Okay, and then the next thing that I want to do was get some of Allied Properties, which is ap.un. And these guys today, I think I'm going to take 5 for just under $200. Yeah, let's do that with a market buy. And then the next thing to do is pick up Bell, BCE. These guys, I think I'm just going to take 1 today at a market buy. So that's good enough. And then the last thing is to pick up Emera, just EMA. And these guys, again, I also just want to pick up 1. It's climbing up, so I'll just jump on that right away as I can. And just go with the market buy, and that's going to wrap up all of the purchases that I have left in my account, because right now I just have $10 left in cash. So that's going to be all of the purchases for today, but now what I want to do is jump back into the Google Sheet and record these in my Google Sheet. So I'll come down here and just check my notifications from Wealthsimple Trade to see what the actual price was that I paid, because sometimes it varies a little bit depending on what the market buy displays to you and what you actually pay. And then I just drag down the columns to update the last formulas here as well. So when we jump back into the summary page, we can see that the estimated dividend annual income has jumped up to $405. And at the beginning of the video, it was sitting around $387. So that's nice to finally cross 400 as well. Nice little milestone there. And just nice to see that now, after 4 months of investing, that I'm going to have this annual income of about $400 that I basically didn't have before. So that's definitely a nice addition in passive income for my own life. But what I am actually doing with all of this income is I'm reinvesting it back into these stocks to get that compounding interest effect. So anyways, guys, that wraps this one up. If you do like this Google Sheet and you want to try it out for yourself, there's a link in the description of the video where you can get it and try it for yourself if you want. I did try to make it as clean and as useful as possible and easy to use. So yeah, check out that link, and if you do like it, yeah, give it a go. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.